Because we are all here today to show solidarity for the poor. This definitely shows that we are standing up against this Proposition 291 in regarding to being fined for helping the homeless by distributions of food and necessities that they need.
The first proposal had a $500 fine out of the gate, but it's also, that is what the city fine defaults to. Any ordinance violation defaults to a $500 fine automatically. So what they did was they went back and rewrote it a little bit to try to increase the number of warnings in the advance before there's a fining. Ultimately, 291 is just about organizing all of the various missions and individuals who come down to try to help the homeless out.
Hey, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Buddy, I gotta get back to the shop, man. I got more than
You still doing your videos? I still am, yeah. You still watching them?
Not lately, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, just free bang, money guys. When my brother come home, y'all know we find person.
You skateboard, man?
Yeah, we do all that.
Tom, you're a gentleman. When you are what you are, you are what you are.
That bad, it's like Evil Knievel.
Out of here. Go. Hey, I'm the silver lady. I'm pretty unpredictable. You want to bow down now?
I didn't do anything wrong.
Happy International Terrorist Day in Indianapolis. Doing a love story on Jesus.
Fundraise year round.
You took a picture of me, but you won't give me $1.
The drummer, he's pretty good.
People are human beings, just like me and you, who are just seriously need a roof over their heads and food in their bellies to survive. I understand what they're going through firsthand. And my aunt is here too, so y'all say hello. It's my aunt up front. We went through a whole hell of a lot before moving here to Indianapolis. And she had to deal with being homeless off and on for years, but was being harassed by the South Holland Police Department. Boo! Same thing with these people going through here, being harassed by the IMPD. That's why we gotta say defund the IMPD, defund the police, fund the police. Because the fact of the matter is, you harassing the homeless who need a roof over their head. Same thing what my aunt went through. It is unjustified. These people need roof over their heads and the food in their bellies, clothes on their backs. It doesn't make any damn sense that police like IMPD and the South Holland Police and other police departments harassing the homeless. Do you think that's fair? Yeah. Do you think that's fair? Yeah. Hell no, it's not fair.
Paul, I was really disappointed to see you out here still. Not that I don't like you or anything, but man, here you still are. And you were telling me about your thoughts on Indiana people. You're from Indiana, so
Yeah,
you're
so
from
I
Indianapolis.
Say a little something because I am from here anyway. You know.
That's right. And what were your thoughts on Indiana people?
They're dumb. They're the. You know, I've been a lot of places and I've never seen dumber people than Indiana people.
Why do you think that? How do they exhibit that dumbness?
They come across that way.
Yeah?
They're just dumb. I mean, how do you explain dumb? Dumb is dumb, so you can't really explain.
Are these people that went to college or not gone to college?
Oh, they could have went to college. They could have had 5 degrees and still be dumb here.
Magic Mike. I know you. I know you. How you doing? Oh yeah, he did. Yeah. You know what? Dirty Mac. You know we here.
Dirty Mac?
It's right.
You a comedian, right?
Tell me who you are. I'm Bernie motherfucking Mac. Just down here watching the motherfucking show. Just having a good motherfucking time. Just, chilling. Everything all good. Magic Mike in the house, you know what I'm saying? World's famous. You know what I'm saying? World's famous, you know what I'm saying? Rest of every day, the car trick, rest of every day. Rest of the city. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
My name is Derek Ford. I'm a member of the Party for Socialism and Liberation. We're one of the main organizers of this event. And this year is my co-MC, Chris, also a PSL member. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? I appreciate everybody being out here. Like I said, we are opposing Prop 291, this anti-human legislation proposed by this coward, Michael Hart. What we need to give homeless people homes, their houses, that's what they need. So thank you all for being here.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how do I rate in the Indiana dumbness to you? Just knowing me off the street, you really don't know me that well.
I don't know you that well.
How do I come off? First impressions. Come on, just
Put you down or not.
no, put it down. Go ahead.
I'll give you an 8 just because I'm a good guy.
Is it because of the way I look?
No, it's just because you're a nice guy.
And smart guys aren't nice, right? Is that what
You
it
know
is?
what? Nice guys finish last.
Thanks so much. So listen, as soon as Hart introduced this proposal, there was an outpouring of public opposition via comments submitted through the city council website. They were originally supposed to hear proposal 291 at last month's meeting, but Councilor Hart said something to the effect of he's evaluating the community input that he heard, and obviously by community input he means opposition.
Do you have any election predictions for tonight?
I would say Biden just because.
He's gonna pull it out? Biden because you look most like Biden?
I think they could stand to try a woman as a president just because it's the thing to do. There's something about fairness after all these years of presidency. A woman, why not? You know? Is there something bad about women? Women can be wives, they can be mothers, but they can't be presidents? Is that fair? Come on, yeah.
Let's even do a chant. Let's do stop the war on Indy's poor. Stop the war. Stop the war. Stop the war. Stop the war.
Generally, I'm just a good guy, so nobody messes with me because I don't mess with nobody. That's a good philosophy, I think, right there. If you don't mess with someone, you're not going to be messed with. I'm a Jesus person, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. So anything follows along the lines of Jesus, I'm there.
Are you any particular denomination?
No.
No? Do you go over to the St. John's and get food and all that from them?
No, I haven't even been going to church for a while.
All right, please give it up for Sam.
I too am a member of the Party for Socialism and Liberation here in Indianapolis, and I'm here tonight because we all know that Proposal 291 is bullshit. It's an explicit attack on some of the most oppressed residents of our city. This proposal would make it illegal to pass out food, supplies, any kind of donations on public spaces without first registering with the Office of Public Health and Safety. I'll be honest with you, I don't even know where to find that office. Like, if any of you have tried to navigate the city website to find like agendas and minutes, it's ridiculous. It's not user-friendly.
Where'd you get the wagon? Where'd you get that wagon at?
Oh, from Jesus. I was walking down the street, going to the AM wherever this guy's, the Speedway down here, getting coffee every morning, and I was walking back in the dark, and a woman just stopped her car, got in the back of her car, and got it out and handed it to me. She see me, I had a few bags, and she just brought it up to me, and there it was, you know. But you can say, where did you get it? I got it from Jesus.
Do you feel like Jesus is providing for you out here on the street?
For all the people in the world, I'm one that he won't let anything happen to. I've been so many things. I've been hit in the head, had my skull crushed. Actually, I've had brain surgery. Well, how could you tell that? I'm not at all dumb or nothing, right?
In Fox 59 ran a story about the woes of small business owners, specifically the vendors at City Market. In a time when Hoosiers and the rest of the working class around the country were experiencing record levels of unemployment and housing insecurity due to the pandemic, which still has not been addressed, right? The vendors of City Market took to the media to complain about unsheltered individuals and those who brought food to them. Particularly important was the statement of Cindy Hawkins, who runs Circle City Sweeps, who explicitly said she wishes to, quote, stop the people from coming to feed the residents of the plaza on the weekends. Right? Fuck that. Again, those residents are houseless. They have nowhere to go. They often do not have regular access to food. I guess they should starve so that Cindy Hawkins can sell some fucking cupcakes.
What happens is a lot of these missionaries come from Danville or where have you, from out of town, and they just drop off food or clothing or whatever. And sometimes there's a redundancy. It happens twice in the same day, and that second group that comes in, all of that food gets wasted because nobody's eating it anymore. Or the clothes aren't needed and it ends up just laying on the sidewalk, and then I have to throw it out the next day because it's just laying on the side. There's random blankets on the sidewalk. So, you know, if you get rid of the draconian fines and you get rid of the penalties, I mean, the idea behind organizing all the various groups who are doing outreach to the homeless in downtown Indianapolis is a good thing, and it will help everyone. It'll help the people who do this kind of outreach work, and it'll also help, the homeless, because you'll have a more organized effort to get them off the streets, which is the ultimate goal for everyone.
It don't maybe seem like you, but I got a lot of pride. But my pride is so strong, I could give a crap less what anybody thinks of me, because I know who I am. But as far as being, I hate it to see these young ladies and all these people come up here parking their cars and seeing me. I don't like that. But you know,
do you feel weird about taking help?
To them, if you're looking at me, you're looking at the best guy you ever looked at. That's how I think. I'm prideful in the sense I don't want people thinking bad of me. In that sense, I don't want no one thinking bad of me, because there's nothing here that is bad.
We gotta make it so that there's no people who need aid in the first place. There's no reason that people shouldn't have a right to a job, a right to housing, a right to utilities, to health care, to education, to food. There's no reason. There's no shortage of funds. The problem is that the funds are held by an ultra rich clique of people, really a handful of people, handful of multi-billionaires that have more money than they could ever spend in their lifetime. So that's why, we really say that people need rooftops, not killer cops. People need rooftops, not killer cops. Thank you.
I like family lifestyle. I'm a family guy.
And do you have any family left in Indy at all, Annie?
No. I think my brother's somewhere in Indiana, but I just don't know where.
Yeah.
We're like that. I mean, we're very far apart.
Yeah.
We've never been close.
They took away the $500 fine. We can be fined up to $7,000. Religious entities, small businesses that do any kind of charitable distribution in this city. So if you have more than 10 people lined up on a sidewalk, or if you're doing a drive-through food pantry, just like Cleaners does, any cars that are lined on a city street you will be held responsible. It could be fined and cited for helping people. That's why I said, my friend, no. Having more than 10 people that you're serving, yes, that's what the ordinance is. They duped you today. The full ordinance. I sent everything to George. I went over to Giorgio's today to talk to everybody. Yeah, Mike Hart and them duped you all. That's why I said you're on the wrong side of this, Doug. I support everything you do. I totally support everything you do. The wrong side of the issue today.
If anything should be illegal because they're all over the place, it should be illegal.
Scooters?
I mean, come on. I mean, why do they have to be everywhere? Why you got to trip over them, walk into them, trip over them? Why do they got to be? Good point. Why do they got to be? What is the purpose? If every 15 feet there was a skateboard on the sidewalk, everybody would become upset.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah. A lot of motorcycles out here tonight. The people are really out on the motorcycles. They know this is the last hurrah.
Well, a licensed vehicle is one thing. Those scooters that these kids run down the street on are not licensed to begin with. Would you want your child to be hurt by one of those scooters
No.
down the street? Yeah, I used to see those when I was out in LA, and they're all around, but they're not like, they're just all over the place here.
My name is Noah Leininger. I am an organizer here in Indianapolis with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. And I have been an organizer here in Indy since I moved here back in 2018. And since 2018, I've been the local co-coordinator for Answer Indiana. That's the local branch of Act Now to Stop War and End Racism. Every year, CHIP, which is a local homeless advocacy group, does a survey where they figure out roughly how many people are experiencing homelessness in Indianapolis on any given night. And year in, year out, it's about 1,200 people. It's probably higher this year from all the reasons we've heard with the pandemic and people not being able to pay rent. But so there are about 1,200 people who are experiencing homelessness. When we looked at city records, we found that there are over 14,000 empty, vacant homes all over this county that we could just take and give to people. There is no point having a house that is unused when people need a roof over their head. What they're really worried about is that this directly points at the heart of capitalism. We're going to expropriate the expropriators. We're coming for what's ours. We built this city with all of our hard work, and they're just sitting there living their lives of luxury off of what we've made, and we're coming for it. We're going to take it, and we're not going to just hoard it for ourselves like they do. We're going to take what's ours and we're going to distribute it to everybody to make sure that everybody has a house, has food on the table, has clothes on their back. We're going to make sure that the necessities of life are guaranteed in this city.
Section 8-201 and 202, all of the fines. That's why they're referring to that. The fines that will be attached to if you violate registration, if you violate the number of people. It's all in there. Doug, they duped you all. That's all. Go and read it. I'm telling you.
I'll read it.
It's sad. It's sad. And then the news media went around to every place where homeless are served every day. Clean, clean, clean. Do me a favor. Go help our group unload food. Tell her that we're ready food.
And the last time we ever became homeless, before my aunt and I made the move here to Indianapolis, okay, from Chicago, and before I gave birth to my munchkin here, we moved back to Chicago after living in East Chicago, Indiana, in a room and board house. That helped us get back on our feet all over again. We used to live at this hotel and stuff over Sheridan and Broadway on the far north side for over a month, just to finally officially get our own place. We've been through a whole hell of a lot. What I'm sharing with you, it's not to feel sorry where we came from, or feel sorry what we've been through, because I've been through a whole hell of a lot worse than this. But learning to see that these people attacking the homeless, let's see how they ass feel about surviving with no money or no house or no those with mental health issues who don't know how to deal with society. I go through mental health issues as well. If it wasn't for these homeless shelters and that room and board in East Chicago, Indiana, my aunt and I, we would have had a hard time figure out where to sleep at or find where the next food will come from.
I'm gonna go home and try to figure out how to get myself smarter than the rest of these Indiana people.
You're gonna have a good night, right?
I'm gonna try.
All right.
I hope you do too.
It's great talking to you. I like talking to you.
Thanks, man.
You're a good guy.
Paul, I'll see you around this week, hopefully.
Well, you'll take care of your family. I'll talk to you next time.
All right, take care, man. Seriously.
See you.
Watch out for trouble.
The game was for like 2 hours. Everybody would notice immediately. That's because we do the work. We're the workers. And yeah, they hold all the profit. And that's really what we need to change. That's the real fundamental change we want to make. When we take our work there, especially on this